Shandell Reese. I'm a single mother of 5 children. I live in Scarborough. I lost my son Joshua on the 24th of September 2023. He was shot and they removed him from life support on October 8th of that year. A beautiful Sunday morning, we went to assist my daughter to move some furnitures from our previous home to our present home, and we were there, having fun, moving the furniture, laughing and gaffing like always we do. And after the moving was finished, Joshua and myself and my granddaughter drove back to my home, and we used the bathroom, and then we went over to my sister's house. He told me that I should stay there and wait for them until they come back. He went with her to take the U-Haul truck back to the west. Apparently on the way back from the west, they stopped at Little Caesar. They bought pizza and they were on their way home. I was still at my sister's house. Next thing you know, I was wondering why they were taking so long. So I was trying to call them, but I said, he's driving, so I should leave him and make him drive safely and calm. I know they're coming. And next thing you know, my phone rang, and I looked at my phone and I said, I do not know the number, but then I said, I'll still answer. I answered the call, and it was my neighbor. And he said, Tiff? She said, yeah. She said, come, Joshua's been shot. I said, what are you talking about, just shot? What do you mean? What are you saying? But she still say, come. So I now know, she was serious. So with that, I grabbed my jacket and my phone and I ran out my sister's house. By then I was screaming, because as I get out of my sister's house, I see a lot of people gathering, and people are screaming, and then I'm saying, it's real. And as I approach my home and I get up the stairs, police officers were there and they were attending to him, but I rushed out and I called his name, and I know he heard me, and I said, Josh, Mommy, I'm sorry that I wasn't here. And I'm sorry, hon, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. And I'm trying to ask the police officers what's going on, and they said they don't know. And I call out his name. I said, Josh, Mommy, sorry. And I put my hands under the stairs and I touched him. And I'm calling his name as loud as I can. And I know he heard me because he starts to groan, he start this inner groan from within. And then they said to me, I came up on the stairs to go to touch him more, and they said no, that I could not, so I needed to exit. So I left and I walked away, and I was just there crying in the neighborhood, and they took some time there because they said that his heart had stopped, so they had to resuscitate him. And I asked him if they could have kindly take him away and get him help so that he would have survived, but he didn't make it. Losing a child is not fair, and the way that I've lost my child, it was senseless. It was not acceptable. It wasn't something that we were expecting. Losing my son, it's detrimental. It's like my whole family turned upside down. We're all grieving, cannot get over it. And I don't know if we will ever able to, because Josh was a major part of our lives. And he's not here now with us. being placed on meds, having issues. My daughter, she works and she's always having issues with unemployment. It's like she's grieving but still fighting for the money that she have put into that program that's supposed to be helping her at this time, and it's so hard. My daughter has 3 children, and it's hard to see her sometimes struggle just to make ends meet because of the grief, because at the end of the day she was also shot at, and mentally, physically, emotionally, she's not in the place where she can go to work right now. But the struggle is like, your child or your sibling has been hurt, and they say when you go to work, you put certain amount of money into unemployment, but when it's time to get this unemployment, the system is so screwed up that they put you through the ringer, like you are the one suffering, like you have done something wrong. In my opinion, grief is just a lot of pain, senseless worrying, anxiety, emotions that you cannot control sometimes. Sometimes no one understands. In spite parents may have lost their child, but no one knows your pain. No one but you knows your pain, because every individual pain is different. I cannot speak for someone else. I can speak for my pain, and my pain is tremendously sad, because there's many moments, there's many days that I sit in my home and I just cry, because I have a picture that I sits on top of my television stand, and I talk to him. I said, Josh, I wish you were here. I miss our hugs. I miss our talks. I miss that you're not here. It's hard. It's hard. I cannot speak for no one, but all I know, grief is something that I would not wish on my worst enemy. This kind of grief. They have 2 suspects in custody. One is a young offender and one is a young adult. I have been going to Mother of Peace, and they have been a great help. Also, Scarborough Centers for Healthy Communities has been assisting me with Uber cars so that I can come to that program, and that's basically all of my support that I've been getting. And they also help me with counseling also. So I go to counseling that they are assisting me to pay. Ones that I held there are our moments when, we're at home and I sit in the living room, or maybe in my room or anywhere, and he comes and he will come and he'll lie on my lap if I'm sitting on the sofa. He'll come and he'll lie and he put his head in my lap and he will there and talk, and I play in his hair. I missed his hugs. I missed his warm embrace. He will come and he hug me, said, Mom, you're okay? I said, yes, I'm okay. He rubbed my shoulders. We talk about everything. I miss all of that. I miss the promises that he made that we cannot forget. I missed him. I missed him. I missed him. I missed him. My advice to young people is that young people need to educate themselves. I know that some young people are struggling and there's a lot of support, but some of them refuse to take responsibility and to go out and seek those support, because there's so many support, but they refuse. They choose to go after fast cash, drugs, and guns. And parents like myself are suffering because these guns are taking our children's life. My son was innocent. My son died because I do not know why, but he's dead. Young people need to put down the gun, educate themselves, and make themselves positive role model in the society, that the future would be brighter for tomorrow. Not spending most of their time in prison behind bars, and also their parents are suffering when they make these tragic mistakes. It's not only the parents that have been of child that has been hurt, but their parents also. So they need to change their mental thinking and focus to be better in society. Put the guns down, learn to cooperate, and learn to unite with each other. That's what I would say to them. I think the government is to be blamed. Children can buy guns like it's candy in stores. If I go to the alcohol store and I look too young, they ask me for my IDs. I do not know how in heaven's name youths 16 and under can still purchase gun and still own gun. I think, honestly speaking, the government is responsible for each and every one of our children that the gun took their lives for unnecessary reason, because the government has the opportunity to take stronger actions against young children that are committing crime, and they're doing absolutely nothing to change the law. But I, Shondell Patricia Reese, will fight on behalf of my son. Maybe I will change, and maybe I will able to save some child's life one day to come. I will continue to fight to change laws, because my son will not just go just like that for no reason, and I will sit with it like it's okay. It's not okay. That was a gift that the Most High has given to me, and someone took him before time. So I have to stand for him, because he's not here no longer to fight. I know if it was me in his position, he would have fought for me. So that is my responsibility as a parent, to fight for my son's justice. And that's what I intend to do. Thank you.